All right, welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show. I think I already done that. Friday, November 18th, 2022. Uh, got quite a bit to talk about today. Got some NBA games today. Got some college basketball games to get today. A couple of college football games, and then we'll also go over the games for this weekend. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by my dad, Tony Gonzalez. How you doing today?
Yeah, pretty good.
Picks didn't do too great last night for me. I know you had a good night, but I was 3-3. I was 3-3 for the night.
Yeah, I had 9 picks total, 3 parlays. Two of my parlays hit. The one that didn't was the NFL. I went 2-1, so I ended up going 8 for 9 on my picks yesterday, and hit 2 parlays. Hit a NHL and a college basketball.
All right, so you had a good night, 8-1 for the night, and then your two out of three parlays hit. Like I said, I was 3-3. Wasn't a losing night, but it also wasn't a great night either. I took the Green Bay Packers last night. I thought they were going to carry some momentum over, but they didn't carry enough momentum over. They had opportunities. Aaron Rodgers missed some guys that was open, and he just made some bad throws that usually don't see him make.
Yeah,
missing guys that open.
Yeah, I listened to it on the radio at work, and that's what they were saying. Even the commentators were saying that yeah, he was just not real accurate on his throws.
And that's not usually his problem. Usually he's accurate. But yeah, he was struggling. I mean, there was one play they would have gained 45 yards or maybe a touchdown. He just flat out missed a guy. There wasn't nobody around him. All right, we'll go ahead and see. We'll start in the NBA. We'll start in the NBA and then we'll move on. NBA night got a few games. Miami Heat at the Washington Wizards is the first game. Starts at 10 after 7 tonight. The Wizards are 6-point favorites at home. They're minus 250 on the money line. The Heat are plus 205 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 215. I like the Heat on the money line here, getting the Heat plus money. They do it. They are minus Tyler Hero and Oladipo, but them are both bench players. He's been playing pretty well. So I like the Heat against the Wizards. Next game, you get the Milwaukee Bucks at the Philadelphia 76ers. 76ers are 1-point favorites, minus 116 on the money line. The Bucks are minus 102 on the money line. Over under for this game's at 211.5. So they got this game pretty close. I like the Milwaukee Bucks. They've been playing pretty good basketball. They're starting to get healthy. Starting to get Giannis and Middleton and Holiday, all them guys back. Then you have the Charlotte Hornets at the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs are 9.5-point favorites at home, minus 450 on the money line. The Hornets are plus 350 on the money line. Over-unders at 221. I favor the Cavs, but 9.5 points is too many points for me. I would lean toward the over the 221 though in this game. Oklahoma City Thunder at the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies are 6.5-point favorites, minus 250 on the money line. OKC is plus 205 on the money line. And over under is at 230.5. I like OKC Thunder plus 6.5 in this game. I think the Grizzlies might win the game, but I think it's going to be a close game. Gilchrist Alexander has been playing lights out for the Thunder. Thunder have been playing pretty good basketball, so I do think this will be a competitive game. So I like Thunder to cover the 6.5. Indiana Pacers at the Houston Rockets. Pacers are 5-point favorites, minus 210 on the money line. The Rockets are plus 176 on the money line. Over-unders at 236.5. And that's actually went up because as of last night, the Pacers were like 3-point favorites and we're just like minus 179 on the money line. So it's moving toward the Pacers. So if you like the Pacers, I'd get it now before it gets up before 5.
I've seen an interesting stat on the Pacers at this point in the season. After how many games they play now? 14, 15 games, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
They lead the whole league in fourth quarter scoring. They score better than any other team in the fourth quarter.
And they're like they rank like 5th in pace of play. They play pretty fast. I like the Pacers in this game. I had them on the money line, but that was because it was under 200 yesterday or last night when I was breaking these games down. But I'll take the Pacers at the -5 as well. I like the way this Pacers team's playing. I just need to tighten their defense up a little bit. Once they tighten that defense up, they're going to be a pretty damn good team. I like the young core they have. So I like the Pacers in that game. Next game, Orlando Magic at the Chicago Bulls. Bulls are 8.5-point favorites. I like the Bulls, but to win this game, but 8.5 points is too rich for me. Nuggets at the Mavs. Mavs are 9 points favored over the Nuggets. I think Jokic is still out due to health and safety protocols. I like the Mavericks in that game, but again, not giving up 9 points. Suns, we got the Celtics and the Pelicans. This should be a pretty good game tonight. Celtics are 2.5-point favorites, -142 on the money line. I like the Celtics in this game. Zion has been out, and the Celtics have been playing good ball. They've been one of the better teams in the league so far. So I like the Celtics over the Pelicans at the -2.5 or on the money line, either one. Phoenix Suns are 2-point favorites on the road against the Utah Jazz, -134 on the money line. The Jazz are +114 home dogs. Over-unders at 228.5. I like the Phoenix Suns on the money line. They've been playing about as good as anybody in the league, even with Chris Paul not playing well when he's played. So I like the Suns in that game. New York Knicks at the Golden State Warriors. Warriors are at home. They can't win on the road, but they can win at home. So I like the Warriors, but 7.5 points to me is still too many. The Warriors have just not been playing consistent enough. Only player on their team that's been playing consistent has really been Steph Curry, who's been trying to carry them, but nobody else has really jumped on. And then the last game is the Detroit Pistons at the Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers are 7-point favorites at home. I think the Lakers might. I think the Lakers. This was a game the Lakers could win, but I'm not giving up 7 points with this Lakers team to any team. I would favor the Pistons at the +7 before I go with the Lakers. Did you have any NBA on?
No, I don't do any NBA.
All right. Guess we go to college basketball for tonight. Games I like in the college basketball for tonight. I like Indiana. They're at minus. Let me make sure it's still the same. It was -2.5. Some of these numbers have been changing pretty quick.
Last I seen it was -3, but
it's -2.5 still. I like Indiana -2.5 over Xavier. Other game I have is Georgia -12.5. Like Notre Dame -13.5, and Kansas -22.5. Notre Dame plays Lipscomb. That's actually at 12.5 now, so I'll take that at the 12.5. I forget who Kansas plays now. So many games, it's hard to find them sometimes. Did you have college basketball?
yeah, I got a college basketball parlay. I got UCLA -3 at Illinois. I got Xavier at IU. I'll take IU -3, and then I got. I'm not sure I'm gonna pronounce this right, Chris. Bellarmine at
Bellarmine
at Clemson. Clemson -11.5, and that would be my 3-game parlay for college basketball.
All right. In college basketball, I have Indiana -2.5 over Xavier, Georgia -12.5 over Bucknell, Notre Dame -12.5, and then I had Kansas -22.5 over Southern Utah. Hey, how's it going, Dre Montez? Thanks for joining us. So that's my college basketball picks for tonight. I had one college football pick, or no, I had 2 college football picks for tonight, and then the rest of the picks were for Saturday and Sunday for me. In college football tonight, I took San Diego State minus the 14.5 over New Mexico. And then I took USF plus 13.5 against Tulsa. Are two college football games for tonight. I think Tulsa wins the game, but I think USF covers the 13.5. And I think San Diego State is just going to be too much for New Mexico. Them are the two college football games tonight. Did you have any college football for tonight?
Not for tonight. One for tomorrow.
Did you have any hockey for tonight?
Yes. No. Only one game tonight. So
Okay.
I did for Saturday.
All right. So that's basically all for today. I guess we're going to start with college football.
Yeah.
All right. We'll jump into college football, and then for Saturday, and then we'll jump into the NFL.
After the college football, I'll do my NHL.
Okay. College football for Saturday, I took Texas minus 9.5. And of course, I can't remember who they're playing. Give me one. Kansas. Texas plays Kansas. I like Texas at the minus 9.5 against Kansas. I like Iowa on the money line. Why is it not showing me the Iowa game? And then I also like Tennessee minus 21.5, Ole Miss minus 2.5, USC minus 2.5, and Oregon on the money line is what I have in college football. You can go ahead, Dan.
Okay, I got college football parlay for Saturday. I got Duke at Pittsburgh. I'll take Pittsburgh minus 7.5. I got TCU at Baylor. I'll take TCU minus 2.5. And I've got Oklahoma State at Oklahoma. I'll take Oklahoma State plus 7.5.
Okay, so we took some different games. I guess I have Texas minus 9.5 over Kansas, Iowa on the money line against Minnesota. I like Tennessee minus 21.5 over South Carolina, Ole Miss minus 2.5 against Arkansas, USC minus 2.5 against UCLA, which I think that's going to be a good game. And then I have Oregon on the money line against number 10 Utah.
What's the point spread on USC?
2.5.
USC's favorite.
Yep.
I worry about USC. I worry about UCLA's defense. It's not real good either, but UCLA can really run the football. I'm curious how USC is going to hold up against that.
Yeah. I don't trust either one of their defenses much. The only reason I'm really going with USC is I trust their offense a little more with Lincoln Riley. But they still have a lot of work to do on the defensive side.
Yeah.
Of the ball, I think. And then you say you want to do hockey before we went to the NFL?
Yeah, we'll do hockey for Saturday. Okay, here we go. I got the New Jersey Devils at the Senators. I'll take the Devils money line to win. I got the Blackhawks at the Bruins. I'll take the Bruins money line to win. Then I got the Vegas Golden Knights at the Edmonton Oilers. I'll take the Golden Knights win money line. So that's my parlay for 3-game parlay for the NHL for Saturday night.
All right. NFL for tomorrow, or for Sunday, excuse me, not tomorrow, for Sunday. We have the first game is the Panthers at the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are 13-point favorites. They're minus 720 on the money line. The Panthers are plus 520 on the money line. Over-unders at 41.5 in this game. I like the Panthers at the plus 13. I think the Ravens probably win this game, but I think this is going to be a closer game. Panthers have been playing pretty good. They are a little up and down, so that worries me a little bit. But Baker Mayfield's going to be starting. You would think that he would have some kind of sense of urgency because this could be his last chance.
Yeah.
I just think 13 is too many points. So I like Carolina at the plus 13. Next game is the Philadelphia Eagles at the Indianapolis Colts. This is actually went up. This was at 6.5. Now it's 7.
Really?
Eagles are 7-point favorites on the road at Indy. Eagles are minus 300 on the money line. The Colts are plus 245 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 45.5. I like the Colts plus the 7. I think this is going to be a lot closer. I think the Colts are going to have a real good shot winning this game, but I am a Colts fan. Uh, but I think 7's too many. I'll take it at the 7. Plus, I like the under the 45.5 because I think this is going to be has a good chance of being a lower scoring game. We have a good defense. I think our defense is going to be able to give Philadelphia's offense some trouble. Hopefully, we get our run game going on offense as well, kind of keep the ball out of their hands a little bit. So I think that this could be a low scoring game. So I like the under the 45.
Yeah, I think our defense will be prepared. To me, the key is the offensive line. If we let our quarterback get killed, then it's just going to be a long day. But if we can protect some and give Ryan some time and give Taylor an opportunity to run the football, I think we could be there real close at the end and possibly win a game against them.
Yeah. Oh, no, I agree. Next game, New York Jets at the New England Patriots. The Patriots are 3.5-point favorites at home. Minus 176 on the money line. The Jets are plus 148 on the money line. Over-unders at 38.5. I like the Patriots here at to minus 3.5. Last time the Patriots played the Jets, that Patriots defense gave Zach Wilson all kinds of trouble. So much trouble that when he was asked about it this week, he kind of clapped back at the media a little bit. I think New England's defense is going. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think New England's defense is going to cause. Bill Belichick causes trouble for young quarterbacks. He's done it all the time. I think he's going to do it again with Wilson. So I favor the Patriots at the minus 3.5.
Now, did Wilson play in that last game against New England?
Yes.
Yeah,
he didn't play good at all.
No, he didn't look good at all. Now, whether if the coaches can come up with something, I don't know. Yeah, Belichick against them young guys is usually a bad matchup for the young guys. So yeah, I like New England.
Unless the Jets make some kind of an adjustment. Wilson does make some kind of adjustment coming into this game against New England. I think it could be another long day for him. Yeah. And then the final game that I like is the Chicago Bears and the Falcons. I like the Bears money line against the Falcons. The Bears offense the last 2 weeks has finally started to break out and look kind of like the offense I think people kind of expected with Fields. If you look at the last couple of weeks, Fields' numbers have been a lot better. He's actually running the ball a little bit too. Falcons are a weird team. They're up and down. But I favor the Bears here to pick up the win at the plus 126 on the money line. I think getting the Bears at plus money in this game is pretty good value. So that's what I have for my 4 picks this weekend for the NFL.
I got an NFL parlay. It's all money line. Got New England at the Jets. I'll take New England money line. I got the Bears at Atlanta. Bears money line. I got Washington at Houston. I'll take Washington money line. I got the Raiders at Broncos. I'll take the Raiders money line.
I like that Raiders money line pick a lot against Denver. I know the Raiders' record ain't great, but they've lost a lot of close games, and the Broncos just haven't looked good. You can blame it all on the coach. I think it's partly the coach's fault, but I also think it's partly Russell Wilson hasn't been the Russell Wilson that we have seen in the past. He's not looked the same this year. I don't know whether it's learning the new system or what, or he just hasn't looked the same at all. Yeah. He's missed a lot of throws that he usually don't miss. Aaron Rodgers did the same thing last night. I think he's done it a couple other times.
Why do you think that Aaron Rodgers and Wilson, Brady have had so much? All 3 quarterbacks, and there's others that's had really a lot of trouble this year. Wonder why that is. Is the defense catching up with them, or I mean, I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. It is weird that they're all kind of struggling in the same year.
Even the quarterback for the Bills have struggled. I'm not, he's still a very good player, but he's had a couple of games where he has struggled, and I know he's been injured some too.
I think one thing you could look at is almost all them players have lost a coordinator or quarterback's coach. Josh Allen lost Brian Dable.
Yep.
Damn it. Aaron Rodgers lost both his offensive coordinator and the quarterbacks coach because Getsy went to Chicago and Hackett went to Denver. So I think it might be just having them relationships with them guys and a new guy taking over.
Yep.
I think that could be some of it. Brady is still Leftwich, but I guess the only difference is now Bowles is the head coach and not Arians. So you know what I mean. So maybe we're seeing a little difference in that. But yeah, that is a good observation because you're right. There is quite a few of your bigger name quarterbacks have not looked good this year.
And the younger quarterbacks, and I mean, which is not uncommon because
Yeah.
they're first or second year quarterbacks, but they've struggled a lot too.
Scoring.
for the most
Well, if
part.
you look at scoring's been down
Yes.
in the NFL, and I think one reason is a lot of these teams is the defense. A lot of these teams are playing more of that defense where you're not going to beat me deep. You're going to have to. It's going to be a 13, 14 play drive down the field.
I've heard guys say that. Well, there's one in particular guy, and I think some other guys agreed with him on your afternoon blitz show and some on unscripted that you can't win a Super Bowl with running the football. And I totally disagree with that. I mean, they said, you got to pass. And I don't think that's necessarily true.
No, I think the best is when you have a good balance. Really,
Yeah.
that's the best. But I mean, we've seen teams with that's we've seen teams that win the Super Bowl with their defense.
Yeah.
Baltimore Ravens have won the Super Bowl with their defense. Especially the year Trent Dilfer was the quarterback. Trent Dilfer did, you know what I mean? They didn't win that Super Bowl because of Trent Dilfer's great play at quarterback. They won the Super Bowl because of the great defense they had, and then Trent Dilfer just didn't mess it up.
The last championship that Manning got. I mean,
yeah, it was defense.
I mean, he played some good in the playoffs, but that Super Bowl game, it was the defense that did that game.
Well, people forget that year that Peyton Manning got benched for Brock Osweiler during that season. So I mean. Now the other time they went to the Super Bowl, he was him, but that year it wasn't. Okay, before we get out of here, I'll recap my picks for NBA tonight: Miami Heat money line, the Milwaukee Bucks money line, OKC Thunder plus 6.5, Indiana Pacers on the money line, and the Phoenix Suns money line. College basketball tonight: Indiana minus 2.5, Georgia minus 12.5. Notre Dame minus 12.5, Kansas minus 22.5, and in college football tonight, San Diego State minus 14.5, and USF plus 13.5. And then on college football on Saturday, I have Texas minus 9.5 over Kansas, Iowa on money line over Minnesota, Tennessee minus 21.5, Ole Miss minus 2.5 against Arkansas, USC minus 2.5 against UCLA. And I like Oregon money line over Utah. And then the NFL, like the Carolina Panthers plus 13, Indianapolis Colts plus 7, and the under the 45.5. Patriots minus 3.5, and the Chicago Bears on the money line. That'd be my picks for today and this weekend.
Okay, I'll give you the parlays that I took. This is for NHL for Saturday. I've got the New Jersey Devils money line at the Senators. I've got the Boston Bruins at home against the Blackhawks. I'll take the Bruins money line, and then I got the Vegas Golden Knights to win money line at the Oilers. That's my parlay for the NHL for Saturday. I'll go ahead and just give next. I got the NFL parlay for this weekend, Sunday. I got New England money line at the Jets. I got Bears money line at Atlanta, Washington money line at Houston, and the Raiders money line at the Broncos. Next, I have college football parlay for Saturday. Duke at Pittsburgh. I'll take Pittsburgh minus 7.5. I've got TCU at Baylor. I'll take the TCU minus 2.5. And then I have Oklahoma State plus 7.5 at Oklahoma. And then my last one, I have college basketball for Saturday. I got UCLA minus 3 at Illinois. I've got IU at home minus 3 against Xavier. And then I got Bellarmine at Clemson. I'll take Clemson minus 11.5.
All right. Also, don't forget tonight, 6 o'clock, we have Horseshoe Talk, our Indianapolis Colts show. 6 p.m. Eastern time live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room and at the All Sports All Plays Network. Also, Gonzo and the Judge tonight, 11 p.m. Eastern. Again, live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, and also live on both networks, Gonzo Sports Room and at the All Sports All Plays. Tomorrow, if you're a pro wrestling fan, we got a big wrestling show tomorrow. We'll be live at 7 p.m. Eastern, live from Shelbyville, Indiana for New Era Pro Wrestling. Should be a great show. Tune in. We'd greatly appreciate it. Then on Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern, we'll be live in Danville, Indiana for Warrior Pro Wrestling. Should be another awesome show as well. Come join us for that. You can find both those shows live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room and at the All Sports All Plays Network. Check out both networks. We're pretty much live from like 9 in the morning to about midnight. You can find live shows going on a lot of times on both channels. But we appreciate all the support. Easy Money, a sports betting show, will be back Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Excuse me. You can also find Easy Money, a sports betting show, in podcast form: Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. But we appreciate everybody watching. Hope our picks do good tonight and over the weekend. And we'll see you guys on Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Stay safe and stay warm.